joined by Zoom for this seminar. So I hope we can hear this speech also. So I don't make a long speech today because I have late coming for this seminar. So to make this seminar going well. I'd like to open this seminar with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'd like to open the International Seminar of Financial Technology to strengthen the modern financial ecosystem. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for Profesor Dr. Pramono Hari Adi MS for the opening speech. Selanjutnya akan dilaksanakan sesi dokumentasi dan foto bersama Bapak Rektor Universitas Trilogi. Untuk tim dokumentasi bisa dibantu. Satu, dua, tiga. Satu, dua, tiga. Satu, dua, tiga. Yang belakang gaya trilogi ya. Gaya trilogi. Satu, dua, tiga. Satu, dua, tiga. Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, before entering the main event, let me read our moderator's CV for today. Ms. Fathia Anggriani Pradina, SS M.Hum, holds the doctorate in linguistics from the Universitas Indonesia. She completed her master and bachelor's degree in English Linguistics and English Literature at Universitas Padjadjaran Bandung. Currently, she is a lecturer and English coordinator at Universitas Trilogi, Jakarta. Before this, Ms. Fathia worked at Bandung International School as a temporary assistant teacher, PT Tunas Prima Abadi for Gimbori Play and Music, FG Bimbingan Belajar as an education consultant, and Star Rumah Belajar as an education consultant. With all due my respect, I present to Ms. Fathia Anggriani. Time screen is yours.
Okay, thank you so much for the warm. Good morning to all of you. It's on this room is house today. Good space for event to open our international seminar. Please introduce myself. My name is Fathia and I'm going to become the moderator for today's seminar. Today we have the financial technology to strengthen the modern financial ecosystem. We have several speakers for today's event, but before that, before I invite two speakers who are joining with us today in this room, I would like to introduce all of the speakers first, okay? Saya mau perkenalkan dulu semuanya. Okay, for our first speaker, today we have Dr. Nik Haidyan Nik Azman. Can we have the CV of her? Okay, Dr. Nik Haidyan Nik Azman, who is with us now today in this room. She is the manager. She is the manager micro credential unit, senior lecturer, School of Management from University Sains of Malaysia. Yeah. So she's from Malaysia. Thank you so much for coming today. She obtained her bachelor and master at University Sains Malaysia and obtained her PhD in International Islamic University Malaysia, majoring Islamic Finance. For her position right now, she is a senior lecturer, coordinator quality verification center, micro credentials, and manager of micro credentials. Her research interest, as you can see on the screen, is Islamic finance, Islamic social finance, non-banking Islamic financial institution, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, digitalization, fintech, and Islamic fintech. Wow, that is so great and so relatable with the topic for today's event. Her field of specialization also about Islamic finance, Islamic social finance, non-banking Islamic financial institution, and so on. And her professional experiences, just like coordinator, quality center, microcredential, University Science Malaysia, international editor journal Hukum in Islam, micro-credentials manager at schools of management, and the list goes on. That's for our first speaker. And the next one is we have Professor Dr. Abdul Razak Abdul Hadi, who is joining us from the Zoom meeting. Is Professor Dr. Abdul Razak with us today? Apakah sudah ada? Is Professor Abdul Razak already in the
Tadinya
Zoom?
kelas dulu katanya minggu kemarin katanya
Already
statistika
in the
kelas
Zoom?
dulu sebentar. Tahu-tahunya
Operator?
disuruh langsung bangsat emang
Not
ngapain di
yet.
kampus.
Okay, but I'm going to introduce his CV first. He is the head of Islamic Finance Research Cluster and a lecturer at UniKL Business School. His academic qualification, he obtained his bachelor degree in finance with magna cum laude in Western Illinois University, USA, and then continue his master degree in economics, also in Western Illinois University, USA, and then continue his doctoral degree in University of Technology, Mara in Malaysia. His area of specialization is corporate finance, managerial finance, investment management, financial economics, advanced econometrics, and business analytics. Also, his research interest is about asset pricing, financial market efficiency, business forecasting, entrepreneurial development, and energy crisis. As you can see, his career history is so lot. His list is so many. You can see on the screen. He he is a Deputy Dean, International Industrial and Institutional Partnership at UniKL Business School, University of Kuala Lumpur, Head of International Industrial and Institutional Partnership at UniKL, and the list goes on also. So we are going to move to our third speaker for today, who is joining in our auditorium today. He is Dr. Zubir Azhar, CA, CPA, ACPA. Can we please have his CV on the screen? Welcome back to Universitas Trilogi. His education, he is a chairperson accounting, senior lecturer, School of Management in University Sains Malaysia. His education background, he obtained his diploma in accountancy, University Teknologi Mara in Malaysia. The field is accounting. And then he continued, he got his Bachelor of Accountancy in the University Teknologi Mara also in Malaysia, and then the Master of Accountancy in University Teknologi Mara also, and Certified Practicing Accountants or CPA in Australia, Deakin University, Melbourne. And then he obtained his doctor, his PhD in the University of Manchester in United Kingdom. Okay, it's pretty impressive. And then the academic employment, he also become the adjunct professor in Faculty of Economics and Business, Universitas Padjadjaran Bandung. And then visiting senior lecturer, North Minzu University in China, visiting professor in UST College of Accountancy, University of Santo Toma, Manila, the Philippines. Also, his professional experiences as the Malaysian in the Malaysian Institute of Certified Public Accountants, MICPA, designationnya Certified Public Accountant, CPA in 2024 until now, and the list goes on. And that's about Bapak Dr. Zubir Azhar. Welcome Pak once again. And also our latest speaker. The last one is Jeffry Merril Liando, SA M.AppFin, who is going to join with us from Zoom meeting. Apakah sudah ada? Okay, can we have Pak Jeffrey on the screen? Good morning, Pak Jeffrey. Okay.
Good morning.
For Pak Jeffrey, I'm going to read his CV. He is the Diaspora and TM1 Specialist. He is also the alumni of our Universitas Trilogi STEKPI. Tepuk tangan dong boleh untuk alumni kita. Okay. And then he is the secretary in Indonesian Diaspora Network Victoria Incorporated, anggota Working Group Bangun Desa, Indonesian Diaspora Network Global, chairperson Kawanua Sedunia Australia Incorporated, and his working experiences is in Lyford Asset Management, New Zealand Post Group, CDP, CubeWise, and iSelect. And I believe that the list will goes on. So that's all for all the 4 speakers for today, but we are going to have the 2 speakers who are joining today. So please, I would like to invite our 2 speakers, Dr. Nik Haidyan and also Dr. Zubir Azhar on the stage. Please.
Enjoy.
Okay, Dr. Nik Haidyan, before we begin our today's seminar, it's so grateful to have you 2 here in our university. This is your first time or? So this is your first time? The second one, Bu? Online. Oh, okay. Kayaknya familiar pernah ikut sama Bu Nik ini ya. Oke. Familiar. Iya betul. Okay, so Dr. Nik is going to be the first speaker for today. Apakah sudah siap materinya? Is her material ready? Okay? Okay. So I will give you the time to present your material for today, and hopefully our students in here will take notes and then prepare the questions, because I hear from the committee that whoever give the best questions will get the prize. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So, silahkan disiapkan pertanyaannya, nanti ketika sesi pertanyaan jawab silahkan untuk disampaikan ya. Oke. Dr. Nik, the time is yours.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? All right. Can you hear me, guys? Okay, all right, just to listen your voice. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good morning to everyone. I can see a very delight faces here in this room. I just like going to the food house. This is a very good sign for me. All right. So I am Dr. Nik Haidyan. My student used to call me Dr. Nik. I think you all also can call me Dr. Nik. Is that okay? All right. Can we start now? Sure. All right. Okay. So the topic today is about the navigating the disruptions of fintech in the digital era. Have you heard about fintech? No? Don't know? Do not know? Don't care? Don't want to know? Do you know about fintech? Financial technology? Guys, are you here? Okay. Did you ever heard about fintech? Yes or not? Okay, good. So it is my word, and it's the end because you know already. Not yet, right? Okay, you know, but you want to know details, right? Okay, I'm just put a disclaimer here. I am not the expert, but I'm trying my best to deliver this knowledge so that all of you know better what is fintech. All right? Is that all right? Okay, good. Okay, next slide, please. Can I navigate by myself or somebody will navigate? All right. Okay, now before we go to fintech, fintech is stand for financial and technology. Where we combine the word in the short form, we will call it as fintech. All right. So before we go to fintech, we would like to know first, what is the phenomena happening right now? Okay, have you ever heard about Blockbuster? No, because you are alpha generation. Is that right? they just live with Netflix, right? You know Netflix? Of course. If you don't know, then it will very bad. Alright. And Netflix got a lot of a Korean movie, right? Yeah, of course. And the latest version, what is that? Huh? Oppa? What was that? Oppa? Oma? Enggak tahu ya. Aku pun enggak tahu tu. Right. Okay. So the previous versions of Netflix known as Blockbuster. Okay, Blockbuster. But by introducing the Netflix, the thing is that you know right now, the Blockbuster sales is going down because we are not having Blockbuster is not providing the flexibility, all right? But Netflix providing everything that can cater the things that not provided by Blockbuster. So that's why Netflix is gaining acceptance among all of us, especially millennial generations, because they love Korean movie, right? Yeah, I know that. My kids as well. All right, next. Okay, all right. I think I already tell about this, so you can go to the next slide. All right. So this another one, the old versions of your camera today. You have phone? Of course, iPhone, right? No Android? No orange version? Just Apple version, right? No orange, huh? Apple version only. Sure? You sure? My student from Indonesian, if they enter my class, they just say to me, Doctor, I'm just using Apple version. No more orange version. Oh God, we are banana version as well. All right. Okay, so this Kodak is the old versions of digital camera. All right. Do you know the Kodak? Don't know as well, right? I know you don't know, but don't care. All right. The latest version is digital. When the digital versions of the camera be introduced, just like Blockbuster, the sales of it is going down. Okay, going down. No sale at all. Why? Because if you have this Kodak, you need to have the films. Okay, the films, and you have to go physically to the shop to wait for the process, and it takes a lot of time. So the millennial generation nowadays, in front of me, they do not want to wait for a long time, right? Just waste your time. Doctor, I do not wait for a long time. Just 3 minutes only. Can you do that? They said like that to me. All right? 3 minutes only. They give it to me. Okay? So because of we are having these kinds of generation for cannot wait for a longer time, they need to be very fast, very effective, very comfortable. So digital camera being introduced. All right? Okay, next slide. All right. So this is a seal. Okay, next. Wait, is it controlling? Okay. Do you know the digital bank? Oh, yeah. I'm afraid with that. All right. The physical bank also know? Okay. Anyone here can tell me about digital bank? Can you raise your hand and tell me what is digital bank? No one? You start chatting each other. I don't know. I don't want to know. You know this? You know this? Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. It's okay. I know you know the answer, but you cannot deliver it now. Later you can deliver to me. Right? See? They know. Yes, yes, doctor. All right. Okay. Physical bank. Physical bank is a bank that existing physically. For example, we have a BE, right? Bank Indonesia. We have the Bank Negeri Indonesia, yeah. BNI, all right. We have CIMB Bank. That one have a physical. So we have to go to the bank and doing all the transaction dekat bank. Right? All right. Digital bank. Digital bank is the transaction doing online. Okay, doing online. They are not having the physical bank, just only the digital only. All right. All the transaction, even you want to do the deposits, you want to do the investment, you want to borrow money for financing for marriage, right? For marriage? Oh, nobody respond. If my student, they say, yes, doctor, yes, I want to get married, but I want to get first. All right. So that kind of thing is through online. So that is called digital bank. And this digital bank being very increasing phenomena in our world today. All right. And no wonder if one day this digital bank will replace our physical bank. Just wait and see. Because you are still young here. In future, we cannot expect anything. It keeps on changing. All right, next. Next slide. All right. Okay, why people love to fintech? Why people wants to have a fintech in their daily life? It's involved with the mobile transfer. All right, mobile transfer for what? To transfer money, not only in Malaysia, not only in Indonesia, but we can across the world, right? Across border. It's beyond the only country, right? And it's close, it close the gap between the poor and also the tops, all right? Okay, we call it in Malaysia the T20, the top levels of income, all right? And also it changes the behavior of customer. Instead of customers have to physically visit the bank, they just only can transaction through what? Through online, okay? And it's unique and flexible. I know that millennial generation love the flexible thing. They do not want to have a very fussy things. They do not want to just waste time to queue up in the bank and doing all the transaction that can do it through online. All right? And better experience of customers. Okay? When we do it better experience because of what? Because of time saving. Okay, and effective as well because we can see all the transaction transparently. All right. Okay, next. Mana next step? Siapa control? Oh, atas sana. Oh, atas sana. Sebentar ya. Okay. Yeah, time cap. Okay. Now, we know the advantage, the good things about fintech. We know that a fintech is the best technology that combined with financial that can provide to us. But we have to take in care as well. What is the disruption that they bring to us? All right. Today, I will focus on two types of fintech. First is crowdfunding. Another one is Bitcoin. Okay. Anyone here ever heard about Bitcoin? Blockchain? Oh God. Cryptocurrency? Oh, very good student. They know already. So I do not need to deliver more. I can stop. Okay. Crowdfunding, how crowdfunding? Ever heard about crowdfunding? Not yet. If you say yes, then I will stop, right? So you do not say yes, all right? All right. So this fintech disruption, I will focus into two parts. First, in terms of crowdfunding, and another part is into blockchains. All right. Blockchain is actually, do you know blockchain already, right? No need to explain. Explain. Okay, explain. Okay, blockchains. The name is blockchain. So meaning that there are several block A, block B, block C. All right. Why it's called as blockchains? Because it has a chain connected to block A, to block B, to block C. Understand? All right. What block A have? What block B have? What block C have? They have our data. So the data here are interconnected to block A, block B, block C by chains. Understand? All right, very good. This is a very clever student, so I do not need to explain more. Okay, crowdfunding. How about crowdfunding? Crowd is a lot, right? Fund is money, right? What we said about crowdfunding, we gather money from crowd, from people, from a groups of people. So the money are gather, are collect from a lots of people into one. So this is called as crowdfunding. For what is crowdfunding? Is for business startup, is for other objective. It depends on the person collect that money. Alright? Usually when they have this crowdfunding, they have their own objective, what they want to do with these kinds of fund. Alright? Understand? Okay. So next slide, please. All right. So when we talk about fintech, fintech is moving forward. Now I think we are about fintech 4.0. Sorry, the typo for the slide. Fintech 4.0. During fintech 1.0, they just talk about technology, and technology. And fintech 2.0, they start to combine the words with finance. They kata, why not we do it so finance and combine with technology? They start to talk about this thing. But during 2.0, they are not doing it yet. They're doing it yet during the fintech 3.0. 3.0, they said that, okay, we can combine it, we can implement it, and we can introduce it to the audience. Till now, 2024, we have AI, artificial intelligence, to tackle the problem. So the letters come in and the latest versions of innovation comes to the stack. All right? Okay, next. Okay, next. All right. Just now I explained it to you. What is blockchain? It's a blocks and it's being connected by the chain. Right? Understand? Okay? Okay, are you okay? Not okay? Don't know? Don't care? Don't want to know? Okay, if you're okay, you can raise your hand. Oh, okay. See. All right, so good. All right. So this blockchain, under the blockchain, there are about a cryptocurrency. Okay? Cryptocurrency. And examples of this cryptocurrency is a Bitcoin. Or previously we have the name, other names of Bitcoin, we have name coin. And who introduced it is the Satoshi Nakamoto during the 2008. It's been already a long time before introduced it. But when we just use it during COVID-19, right? We just use it during COVID-19 because everyone in front of computer cannot move. They stay in front of computer, so they have time, right, to monitor all the Bitcoin changes. All right, next. Okay. All right. I think next slide. I will explain during the next slide, please. Okay. Just now,
I told you it's about the
block
block
C. It was
It was
connected to
connected
blockchain. All right.
right?
And the question is how we can secure the transaction and how we can make sure that this transaction being very transparent. Nobody can hack the system. Nobody can, what we call that, nobody can manipulate the system. How? Earlier, is the algorithm. Okay, it will cause us decentralized algorithm. So this decentralized algorithm will be used in the Bitcoin to secure the transaction, to be very transparent, and it will promise us as well the information secure. All right, the system known as decentralized algorithm. All right, next. All right, I think next already explained. Okay, this as well already explained this one. This one is honesty issue with involved with the decentralized algorithm. All right, next. All right. Okay, so this one, this is a very important. Guys, if you know the Bitcoin process, okay, proof of POW is stand for proof of work. Okay, proof of work. So meaning that if you are dealing with Bitcoin or blockchain, you need to know about these three words. All right, first is hash, second is cost, and also third is verify. So these three words are in the decentralized algorithm. Once you create the hash to transact the money, it will give you the cost for miners and also to verify for each transaction. Can other people interrupt in the system? Can other people interrupt in the system? Can or not? Can other people
manipulate our money?
Sure? Are you sure? Cannot. Cannot. If people to interrupt in the system, it will automatically invalidate all the transaction. So that is why we have two ledger. One is private ledger, another one is public ledger. Right? Secure investment, most of the investor use the private ledger. All right, okay? Still okay? All right. Somebody scratch their head. I don't understand what is this, I said, don't worry, it was not come up in your final exam, right? This is a general knowledge, or who knows, right? Okay, next slide, please. All right, next slide. Next. I'll go very fastly and also very, what we call that, using a layman version, because I know that not everyone here what we call that, studying about the fintech. I'm trying to explain it very, what we call it, very generally, right? So that everyone can know about what is this. Okay, so next, I think this is needed. I think the next slide is crowdfunding. Okay, next. Now, okay, we talk about blockchain just now. Now we talk about the crowdfunding. Okay, like I just mentioned to you just now, crowdfunding is the money gathered from the audience, from many people to have a financing, to provide financing to others. All right. So next. Right. So this is a type of Islamic crowdfunding. All right, Islamic crowdfunding. We have donations, we have debt crowdfunding, we have equity crowdfunding, we have reward crowd. So this is what we call that as the objective. All right, the objective. What is the intention for them to collect the money? So these are the objectives. Either it's for debt, either it's for equity, or either it's for donations, and either it's for rewards. All right. So they have to be clear. Money collection. All right, next. Oh, 10 minutes. Yeah, I can see it. All right, okay. Okay, next. I explained it already here. Okay. Okay, next. All right. Okay, so this is the trends of crowdfunding. It's increasing because people want to avoid go to the bank. They want to have the lower interest rate of financing as compared to having it through crowdfunding. So they avoid banking. So they are towards the fintech, which is they are using crowdfunding. All right, next. The trend is increasing. Okay, next. Huh? Okay, next. All right, so these are the examples of applications that have for crowdfunding. You can go for GoFundMe, Rocket Hub, Circle Up, VFunder, and others. So these are among the applications. If you want to find it, you can go to Apple Play Store, download it. All right, Apple Play Store. Kalau Android apa nama? Play Store. Okay, Play Store. All right. Okay, next. All right. So this is the process of crowdfunding. Okay, the crowdfunding where they have intention to use money in a pool, they will create this crowdfunding platform to deliver. All right, to deliver. They gain money from the audience, from a group of people that want to donate, and when they reach the amount that they needed, they will distribute it to the person in need. All right. Okay, next. Next. Okay, next. I think that's the last slide on effects. Oh, next. Next slide, please. All right. Okay, now I'll talk about the effects of crowdfunding. What are the effects? Okay, this crowdfunding is really benefited the entrepreneurs, especially kalau di Indonesia, UMKM ya. Pandai. UMKM ya. Benefited the entrepreneurs, especially micro entrepreneurs. Why? Because this micro usually very hard to get funding from the bank. So approaching the fintech, this crowdfunding in order to get the fund. Okay, the startup company as well. Okay, the startup company as well. Because they just start up their company, their background profile for the company is not quite strong enough to get the funding. Of necessity, they go to the crowdfunding, gather the money, yeah, business, right? And this is a very good intention as well, because the scene and the business. All right, next. Oh, it's the end. It's the end of my slide. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, once again, please applause Dr. Nik. So Dr. Nik actually give us explanation about the crowdfunding and also the impact of the fintech kalau di Indonesia di UMKM. UMKM. Okay. So we're going to move to our second speaker who is joining with us from the Zoom meeting. So we're going to move to our virtual room. Apakah sudah ada?
Siapa sekarang? Ini ada
We're going to have Professor Professor Dr. Abdul Razak Abdul Hadi. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Can you hear me?
We still can hear his voice here. Good morning, Professor Dr. Abdul Razak. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, loud and clear. Thank you.
Okay.
Ini bisa di sini
We
agak
cannot hear
tapi di layar ini nggak bisa.
Abdul
Di sini kan.
Razak voice.
Kalau di sini bisa, nih. Di sini bisa.
Yeah, I can hear in transmission.
Iya.
Okay. Okay, good morning. Please say once again to our audience in this room, Prof. Abdul Razak. Okay, are you ready, sir, to deliver the material?
Okay, let's quickly go to the first slide then.
Kurang kedengeran ya.
Itu masih di sini on.
But then, are we going to fix the sound first or just continue the presentation?
Oh, ya saya on gitu ya.
Lanjut aja.
Iya, dia biasanya di on kan ya. Di on kan.
Okay. Professor Razak, you're going to share your own material or we're going to share the material?
Yeah, you can use the material that I sent.
Oh, ya.
Okay, dari kita ya.
Okay, that's the one.
Okay, the time is yours, sir.
All right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. So it's cloudy in Kuala Lumpur. So very cloudy in Kuala Lumpur and we had heavy rain yesterday. But anyway, the weather is perfect today, even though it's a bit cloudy. All right. So so much about the weather. Let's quickly stick to our topic today, which is fintech, financial technology and sustainability of global financial sector. So I think talking about fintech, well, about technology, I think we have to appreciate how this financial sector has evolved over the past, I think, 100 years. Okay. And of course, in the 90s, we talk about ATM, automatic teller machine, and then the CDM, cash deposit machine. So those are the hardwares, okay? But now when it comes to millennium fintech, now we talk about the innovative, the application of innovative technology that involve the IoT, Internet of Things. Okay, I think the topic is very interesting, and I would like to share with the students, with my colleague. Can we go to the next slide, please? So can we go to the next slide, please? All right, so I'm going to cover this, so I have about 35 slides. You can see here, we are looking at the definition of disruptive change, the meaning of creative economy, important understanding on chain management, okay, fintech in digital technology, digital economy, the importance of quality management, okay, good understanding on CRM, customer relationship management, and as usual, the classic goals, organizational goals. And of course, we talk about ESG as well, ESG, environmental, social, and these are the important components for business long-term sustainability. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, looking at this, how do we explain disruptive GC? GC is about transformation, talking about how change business, transformation in business, okay, and technology has some impact on the ecosystem. If it have a good impact, well, there will be a bonus, but some they have a negative impact, like what Dr. Nik mentioned earlier, how Kodak was affected because of the change in technology, change in customer preference. Okay, how Blockbuster affected, but actually Blockbuster was during my days, okay. When I was a student in the United States, most of the weekends I would go to the Blockbusters. Okay, what I did over there, we do some rentals, rentals on the what they call those the cassette, okay, video cassette, okay. Those days we don't have CDs, okay, DVDs, okay. So we have all this. I forgot the name. It's a cassette, okay, based on the tape, tape. So those were the days in the 90s. Anyway, okay. So next slide, please. Okay, we look at the okay, how the world, the business world, the technology, okay, blend together, okay, and we see these people, these gentlemen, who play a very important role, that somehow put some colors on the global landscape, okay. So starting with our old friend late Steve Jobs, okay, so he did a good job, okay, revamp Apple, okay, and today we have a new Apple, okay, very much customer driven Apple products. And then of course we have our billionaire Bill Gates with his Microsoft in the 80s, okay, and not to forget, okay, our old timer, okay, he's still active, very innovative investors, value investors, so to speak, Mr. Warren Buffett, okay, who owns Berkshire Hathaway, so, one of the richest company, okay, one of the high valued company in the world, Berkshire Hathaway, based in I think Oklahoma. No. This one is Berkshire Hathaway in Omaha, Nebraska. And of course our tech savvy, Mr. Elon Musk with his Tesla and SpaceX. Okay, and of course, as mentioned by Dr. Nik earlier on, okay, Satoshi, okay, he came up with this idea of Bitcoins in 2008. So here you can see how these people, the so-called technologies, and of course Warren Buffett is not so much into technology, but his philosophy, Warren Buffett pretty much on investment philosophy, how he used his philosophy to create value. Okay, it's quite interesting. And of course, bear in mind, these people are technology savvy. Okay, they are very, very much into technology and they understand technology. Even Warren Buffett, okay, when he started the business, okay, and later on looking at his comment, on fintech, modern fintech, so definitely he got some reservation, okay, some reservation on the fintech. But even today, he acknowledged the importance of fintech, and now he actually involved in fintechs. Anyway, I will go deeper later on. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. Back up. I need to show value. Can you back up? Go back to the, okay. So look at that. Shire Hathaway. Look at the share price of this company.
Penuh ada auditnya.
Okay, so if you look at the share price, it's in US dollar, 531,000 per unit. We're talking about per unit share. Per unit share, 531,886. So that shows the value of the company. Okay, the value of the company. And how did this Warren Buffett come up with this investment strategy? So the answer is simple. Understanding of technology, understanding of future, understanding of quality, customer needs, customer demand, and he delivers. Yeah, he delivers. Right. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah, look at that. No, earlier on, the graph, the line chart. Can we go back a bit? Can we go back to the earlier, please? Not this one, the earlier one. Yeah. So look at the graph. Yeah, look at the growth of this company. Yeah. So pretty much on geometric growth. Okay. So it's not easy. It's not easy to strategize. Yeah. Okay. It's not easy to grow a company, especially a big company. Yeah. And today we have seen companies. Yeah. They go into serious restructuring. I think in Malaysia right now, AA is doing serious restructuring on its company. Okay, just sustain value. Look at this. Yeah, they have ups and downs, but they consistently outperform the market. So what is the secret behind it? Understanding of technology, fintech. Yeah. So here you can see that eventually, even Warren Buffett at one time, who did not believe in fintech, slowly go deeper, blended into this technology. Okay. Okay, next slide, please. All right, so look at this. A new concept in economy, we call it the creative economy. I think Indonesia has a great potential in this. Yeah, Indonesia have a great potential in the creative economy simply because of the human factor. Yeah, human factor. So this is economic system. It's a very evolutionary economic system, where value is based on novelty. Yeah, value based on novelty, imaginative qualities. And no doubt, Bitcoin, okay, originated from Japan, actually stemmed from this. Okay, and creative economy focuses on capitalizing creativity. Okay, and creative economy is a good enablers. Yeah, it's a good engine. Yeah, it's a good engine for economic growth, particularly for developing countries. Okay, this is a statement made by UNTAC, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Okay, well, this is another key enablers, for developing countries to sustain their economic growth via creative economy. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, so creative economy leads to creative industries. Okay, and of course, a recent survey by McKinsey in 2017, a survey conducted on 800 top executives in the world suggests that 58% of them believe 10%, up to 10% of the global GDP growth, okay, will be triggered, supported by this creative economy. And part of it is because of the blockchain technology. Okay, and you must admit, yeah, that blockchain technology is definitely a technological breakthrough, yeah, that really support, okay, fintech. Okay, so basically fintech emerge, yeah, pops up because of this blockchain technology. Okay, and next slide, please. So again, yeah, the blockchain technology, fintech, they are very much closely related, yeah. And as I mentioned earlier, the creative economy depend on human factor. Okay, Indonesia with population almost 300 million, yeah. So this creative economy a huge potential for Indonesia. Okay, and you can see how, yeah, this blockchain technology here, yeah, can do wonders, especially to protect, okay, intellectual property rights. Okay, as you can see here, okay, the establishment of parent person to person second, okay, and earlier Dr. Yeah, about Bitcoin, okay, how the system is so secure that no one can penetrate, okay, or disturb the ledger. So the Bitcoin itself is a trusted ledger, okay, that no one can actually go and disturb, okay, and it has such a good transparency system that everyone can go and check the system. So I must say, blockchain technology is the future. Yeah. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. Yeah, mention about blockchain technology, yeah, and how the blockchain technology, yeah, create, okay, unique cryptographic ID, okay, and this is important component, yeah, to protect, okay, intellectual properties, okay, and part of it, okay, is a good tools, yeah, to prevent fraud, yeah, in the network, in the system, okay. So today we can see, yeah, blockchain technology, okay, have been used in a more robust environment, yeah, management, yeah, in product life cycle, okay, and of course in in data security as well. Okay, right. Next slide, please. Okay. Yeah. To sum up on this creative economy, yeah. The barrier is there as usual, but the key enablers, as you can see, yeah, the human capital development and talent management. Okay, so if a country, okay, can really harp on this component, human capital, okay, managing talent in the most efficient way, so that country will grow fast. Yeah, will grow very fast. Okay, and from my studies, yeah, one of the country is Ireland. Yeah, Ireland is moving fast because of creative economy. Okay, something interesting to watch. Okay, and of course, in Southeast Asia, like I said earlier, Indonesia has the potential. Next is Philippines. Yeah, Philippines. Okay, next slide, please. Let's take a look at chain management. Yeah, chain management. Why chain management is important? Yeah, so here you can see, yeah, people must be ready to adopt, understand changes. Okay, so the change component, the vibe is always there, and someone has to recognize this. So change readiness is critical. So the ability of an organization, individual, company to continuously, yeah, initiate, respond to change, okay, and try to create advantage, minimizing risk, okay, and find ways to sustain performance. Okay, whether we like it or not, everybody must find his or her own individual competitive edge. So that is the key. Okay, and of course, if you look at Japan, yeah, they still believe in their kanzen, yeah, culture, and they continuously go and improve. So this is what we want. Okay, and it has strong relationship with fintech. Yeah, so the two closely related. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, so take a look at this company. The oldest company, DuPont, 1802, Colgate, Wiley, okay, Citibank, okay, Citibank, part of the banks, yeah, part of the financial services. So those are the companies that survived for more than 150 years. Okay, so what is the secret behind their survivability? It's about understanding change. It's about gaining your competitive advantage. It's about understanding technology. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, take a look at this billionaires. Yeah, this is from 2016. Yeah, Forbes 2016. Okay, in 2016, the richest man was Bill Gates. Okay, and here you can see out of 8, 6 Americans. Okay, and 2 Spanish-speaking billionaire. Okay, Amancio Ortega and Carlos Slim. Okay, and how do you relate their wealth with technology? It's about ICT. Yeah, it's about fintech. Is Warren Buffett? Yes, Warren Buffett number 3. Berkshire Hathaway with a net worth of 61 billion US dollar. Okay, next. Next. Okay, now 2019, 3 years later. Number 2, Bill Gates. Warren Buffett, really number 2. With net worth increase to 84 billion. Okay. You can see 5 out of each American. A new guy, okay, Bernard Arnault with his LV, Louis Vuitton. Now you see a creative product. LV is basically generated, stem from creative economy. Yeah. Now you can see LV, the creative products, is in the list. Okay. Okay, next. Now, what happened? Now, the Frenchman, 2023, last year, the Frenchman is the his LV. Second, Mr. Elon. Okay, number 5. So these are the gentle entrepreneurs who understand technology. Yeah, technology. They use technology to sustain growth. Yeah. Okay. How do you link fintech to these businesses? Okay, today, one way or another, we have to recognize digital technology, digital economy. Okay, we see transition from traditional economic activity to IoT. Okay, and the World Wide Web technologies. Okay, from the conventional traditional economic activities, because of IoT, Internet of Things, whether we like it or not, we have to face the digital economy, digitalization. Okay, and fintech is part of the byproducts. Okay, so we go to the next slide, please. Okay, so let's take a look at fintech here. Look at that. Okay, the fintech mentioned by early on, we talk funding, business lending, finance, payment system. Quite interesting to payment system today. POS system. Okay, the POS system is evolving. Proliferation in pay system is overwhelming, I must say, very much overwhelming. Okay, and then equity financing, yeah, crowdfunding, equity financing. Now, if you look at investment, okay, people can do online stock trading by themselves. Okay, so online stock trading is part of the fintech. Okay, and what else do we have? Okay, international payment is very interesting. Okay, made possible by fintech. Okay, so you can see, yeah, all segment in the economy which involve payment, okay, investment, deposit taking, okay, all these component in the business section involved very fast. Okay, and of course, okay, and in Malaysia, so far, our central bank has 5 license, yeah, to the companies, okay, to start their digital bank. And out of 5, so it's quite interesting to see progression of the banking system in Malaysia. Okay, let's go next slides. Okay, now about exchange. Okay, simple as that. Of course, to me, Bitcoin is a good instrument for investment. Yeah, it's a good instrument for investment. Okay, but it is not ideal, okay, as a legal tender. Yeah, as a medium of exchange or legal tender, Bitcoin is not, has not been recognized by the central bank, most of the central bank in the world. Okay, so that's the challenge actually for Bitcoins.
Excuse me, Prof. Razak.
Okay, next slide, please. So how many minutes left?
5 minutes, sir.
5 minutes left. Okay, okay, I'll go faster. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, understanding Bitcoins and okay, now blockchain. Okay, so the blockchain is basically the underlying enabling technology, yeah, for this fintech, especially for Bitcoin, for the cryptocurrency, as you can see, yeah? From the digital currency, okay, to the bookkeeping, to the ledger, okay, to the financial securities, as you can see, yeah? How the blockchain actually made things much easier, okay, for those modern financial security that involve private market debt financing, yeah, even the use of derivatives. So it's interesting to watch, yeah, how the blockchain, yeah, can actually create a new landscape for the financial securities in the world today. Okay, and of course, look at the smart contracts, yeah, from blockchain. We talk about digital rights that they can offer to the financial stakeholders, okay, the escrow accounts, and of course, for those who like to put some bettings on their, okay, as part of their life, okay, then they can have this blockchain technology for wages as well. So basically, the blockchain, like I said earlier, is the technological breakthrough that really changed, yeah, things being done in traditional financial markets. Okay, so next slide, please. Can we go to the next slide? Fintech and transformation. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this is how the fintech, okay, can actually transform, okay, the financial market, okay, the financial transactions. You can see here, yeah. Today's fintech, okay, it has transformed our global financial market, okay, into this big data analytics platform. Yeah, fintech leads to innovation in product and services. Okay, fintech leads to cost efficiency. Okay, fintech leads to cost efficiency, and this is the cost efficiency is one of the important reason. Yeah, cost efficiency is one of the important reasons for the fast development of this fintech. Okay, because of the economy of scale. All right, enhanced customer experience. okay, because of fintechs, and better reporting system and real-time monitoring because of fintech. Okay, okay, next. Okay, security performance, okay, financial literacy, okay, whether we believe it or not, yeah, the fintech actually educate, okay, stakeholders, okay, to understand product and services better, okay, enhance ecosystem and global reach. So there's no doubt, yeah, that fintech can actually help support, sustain global economic growth. Okay, next slide, please. And these are the current challenges for the Bitcoin. Like I said earlier, most of the central banks do not recognize the Bitcoin as a medium of exchange. And then Bitcoin consume a lot of electricity. Somehow it creates some environmental issues. Okay, like I said earlier, Bitcoin is suitable for investment, but not as a unit of account. Okay, and of course, some people, some economists, in fact, many economists argued, yeah, that the Bitcoin, okay, suffer from this intrinsic value issues. Okay, it has a potential to create bubble economy. Okay, and of course, if you can see, yeah, in most of the movies, yeah, Bitcoins and criminals. So somehow, because of the fintech, yeah, the criminals, they're always trying to be one step ahead of the enforcement. So they try to use fintech as part of their investment and unit of account strategies. Yeah. So those are the challenges for Bitcoins and the fintech. Okay, in one way or another. Okay, next slide, please.
Excuse me, Prof. Razak.
Yeah.
Your time is up. I'm sorry. Would you please conclude?
Oh, okay, let's go to the
So
final slide.
sorry.
Okay, let's go to the conclusion. Okay, to wrap up. Okay.
Please share the material again. Prof. Razak would like to share the conclusion.
Yeah, can you go to the last two
Pages
slides?
of the slide.
So you can go through the slides, yeah. And of course, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to, to answer. So I just need to wrap up. Look at the last two slides, yeah.
Boleh ditayangkan kembali PPT-nya? Ada 2 slide terakhir. Okay, please wait, Prof. Razak. Jump to the conclusion.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, this one. Yeah.
Okay, so to conclude, to sum up, yeah, so business sustainability is subject to these two important concepts, yeah, chain management and ESG. Okay, so the two concepts above, basically the underlying factors, yeah, supporting, underpinning sustainability, long-term sustainability. And fintech is definitely one of the key enablers that support business organization sustainability. And there's two concepts, CM, yeah, chain management and ESG must work hand in hand. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, and then the final slide. So business sustainability is a function of good business practice. Okay, incorporating the two concepts again, the CM and ESG, technology, okay, entrepreneurial mindset. So we need creative people, okay, with socially conscious. Okay, we want creative people. This is very important. Yeah, it's good to be creative, but at the same time, you need to be socially conscious on your action. Then and only then you will have a good entrepreneur like what we had, like Warren Buffett. Okay, and so Okay, and overall, we can say that financial technology improves efficiency and create more inclusive and better financial product and services as needed, requested by the customers. So with that, I end my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. Razak, for the explanation of the materials. Maybe we can explore more from Prof. Razak in the question and answer sessions. But we are going to move to our third speaker right now because we have the speaker in here with us today. Please welcome Dr. Zubir Azhar, CA, CPA, ACPA.
Okay, thank you very much to the moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, selamat pagi semua. Okay, thank you for inviting myself and also my colleague to come to Universitas Trilogi, very beautiful campus. And I hope you guys are doing well. And we're going to explore more about the fintech financial management and how that relates to our day-to-day activities, right? And also you're soon going to work in companies and how you're going to benefit from learning fintech in your real lives. So I believe that you have been engaging yourselves with fintech a lot. You've been paying a lot of transactions using QRIS. Have you? You have already transferred some money or received transfer from your parents to your bank account. So these are all things that we relate with technology and how technology can facilitate our financials, in our daily lives. So that is very much about the individual's impact that we can see. But at the same time, we need to also appreciate what businesses gain from fintech. So there are a lot of things that you soon are going to be the financial analyst, you're going to be accountants, you're going to be bankers. So you're going to benefit a lot with the financial technology and how that affect the understanding of what you need to gain now. So we have been looking at so many examples provided by the previous speakers, Dr. Nik and also Prof. Just now. So I believe that you have learned a lot. The Bitcoin, all the crowdfunding, you have, blockchain and so many things. So my part, I'm going to talk mainly on the financial management. So if I can get my slides ready, that will be good. So I'm going to give you a little perspective on the accountants, financial managers, CFOs. So I believe that these are all future CFOs, right? That you're going to work later. So maybe something that we want to, gain more knowledge about. So I'm going to delve into the financial management and the role of technology in enhancing business performance, right? So I'm going to give you perspective from the company's business. Next slide, please. So by the way, that is our beautiful campus in Penang, Universiti Sains Malaysia. So please come visit us sometime. So basically, I'm going to talk to you about what is demanded from the industry, apa yang dimahukan oleh industri ya, daripada anak-anak semua. So you need to prepare yourselves. Sekarang ini bukan hanya belajar teori sahaja, kena tahu tentang apa yang berlaku di dunia luar. Okay, so that is very important. You need to know what are the technologies available that you need to learn. We have a lot of technologies. Definitely, you cannot learn everything, but at least you get to know some basic technologies that might affect how you deal with companies, how you're going to perform your job as financial managers, bankers, accountants. If you become an auditor, if you become an accountant, what would be the thing that you're going to deal with technologies? Have you guys heard about machine learning Have you guys heard about artificial intelligence? What is it? Artificial intelligence is like using machines to replace the role of human, but it's not going to change totally what you're going to have for yourselves, and you're not going to need people anymore. No, but we're saying that things that you can use machines to perform certain business transactions can be, engaged more intensely so that you're going to do more efficient job. So it's not going to do like manual thing one by one. It's going to be very fast because you use the technology to facilitate your day-to-day operations. So here we have a lot of transformations happening around us. So in finance, the transformation that we talk about is basically driven by pressure, right, on reforming financial management, and it comes from two directions. The first direction is when we have changes in the external environment. Okay, how much you don't want changes to happen? Some people, they are very afraid of change. They think that changes can make them to be so low, need to learn more, invest money. But these are something that you cannot avoid. If you want to keep pace moving in the business, you need to also go with the changes. That is very, very important for you to have. So we need to be alert. What are the external changes, environment that we are living in? For example, we have a lot of technological advancement. From system also, it goes with different transformation. Daripada kita guna yang very basic teknologi kepada sekarang ini menggunakan cloud. Pernah dengar cloud ya? Dahulunya kita guna thumb drive untuk store all the files. Tapi sekarang ini kalau siapa guna thumb drive, bisa dilihat sebetulnya pelik ya. Apa ini? Kenapa masih menggunakan thumb drive ataupun hard disk? Orang sekarang ini simpan filenya di mana? Di Dropbox ataupun di Google Drive. Ya, ini juga adalah salah satu daripada teknologi yang semakin banyak digunakan. So I believe that external environment plays a very significant role in reforming financial management in companies. And also we have a lot of demands from shareholders. Sekarang ini ada yang aktivis ya. Kalau kita lihat yang Bapak Prof tadi, dia bilang tentang sustainability. And sustainability is talking about how you save the environment, how you be friendly to the environment. Makanya kita tidak lagi print all the papers. We are going to use like soft copy, digital version, so that you're not going to cut more trees to create papers and so on. So these are all the things that are transforming, and you have to look from the external environment. And also we have the second, which is the demand from managers, internal people, about how you want to get more information in a more efficient way. We have to exchange information. Sekarang ini tidak boleh ya, kalau kita mau memperlihatkan company kita sebagai satu yang bagus untuk diinvestasi, makanya kita harus portray our company as a very good prospect. So how you make that to be a good in the eyes of investors? Then you need to tell, what have you done with innovation? What have you communicated in terms of things they need to know from your company? Makanya perlu ada demand ya, from managers in the business for better information and support to cope with the challenges of a more competitive marketplace and changing customer needs. Sekarang customernya dia juga mahukan pelbagai maklumat ya. It's not about information about the product. They want to know about the reliability of the company to provide good products, how safe the product is, and things like that. So they need more information. Makanya perlu ada, penambahbaikan dari segi exchange of information. Next slide, please. So the question that we raise, apakah kita prepare ya? Are we well prepared for the changes that are happening in the environment today? So you need to ask yourself how much you are well equipped, with the information and also latest technology. So we have, the expanding field of play in finance. Finance is growing, and it has transformed a lot of manual systems that we used to have in the previous years. Now everything is digitalized. Digitalized meaning that you're trying to use technology even more. Dahulunya orang lihat annual reports ataupun orang lihat invoice, orang lihat segala macam receipts melalui hard copies. Sekarang enggak lagi. Kita terima emails daripada setiap transaction yang kita hasilkan ataupun lakukan. Kalau kamu bisa untuk dapat transfer daripada ibu bapa ya, untuk certain stipend that you need to spend for the month, so you will get the receipt from your mother. Nah, sudah dihantar ataupun transfer uangnya. Belum lagi macam telegram ataupun macam dahulu-dahulunya ya, hantar surat. Ibu telah mengirimkan uang sebanyak ini kepada Anda. Gunakan. Enggak lagi. Sekarang dapat terus. Jadi terdapat macam-macam ya. And we as future finance managers, future accountants, future auditors, future bankers, you need to make sure that you are thinking that your role is going to be very different from just recording, from just making some financial transactions visible in the reports. You need to make sure that you know how to utilize the data. Data analytics, I'm sure that you have been hearing about data analytics, but what is it? So last time, kalau kita accountant ya, kita akan record every transaction. Kalau ada sales, recordnya sales. Kalau ada purchases, recordnya purchases. Kalau ada pembayaran gaji kepada pekerja ataupun employee, makanya kita record sebagai salary, right? Tapi apa yang kita dapat daripada transactions that we record in the system every time? It's just how much we spend, how much we receive. That's it. But now with the data analytics, you can make a lot of projections about how you're going to benefit from this data. For example, if you sell goods to your customers, you want to know which of the customers are very easy to make payment to your company and which of the customers that will default the payment. So you get to know if this kind of customers come back to purchase things from your company, you know whether to give credit or to ask them to pay cash immediately, because you will term them as risky customers if they have defaults in the past. But if the customer has good track record, they always pay on time, then you're going to regard them as clean customers. Makanya kalau dia membeli lagi, kita bisa bagi dia kredit untuk bisa membayar kemudian, bukan sekarang. Jadi these are all the data that you can populate using data analytics. Begitu juga dengan inventories, begitu juga dengan financial condition, how much money we have in the bank, how much money we have in the hand. So all these things will make a difference if you get to know how to make use of the data. Next slide, please. And we see that the financing role in driving and influencing organizational strategy has also changed, all right? So one of the core capabilities that finance professionals should acquire to move towards world-class performance is developing skills and competencies to provide strategic insights to the organization. So meaning that businesses now, they expect certain changes in the way that we behave. So guys, you are going to be joining the industry, so you need to have certain skills expected of you by the industry, by the finance professionals. Next slide, please. Okay, how can finance play a very big role in the strategic management? Okay, so we know that there will be a lot of controls, the insights that you need to gain in order to make sure that all malpractices are not going to happen. Setelah kita menggunakan teknologi, guys, bukannya ia hanya mendatangkan kebaikan, malahan bisa mendatangkan kemudaratan ya. A lot of manipulation can happen. Kalau kita ada uang di bank, tidak sepertinya kita sahaja yang membelanjakan uang itu, bisa dibelanjakan oleh perpetrators. orang yang hack our own system, our own banking data, and they can spend the money if we are not careful enough. Kalau kita tiba-tiba dapat satu message ya daripada bank untuk meng-approve satu transaction, kalau kita blindly approve sahaja without looking, makanya mungkin uang kita akan berkurang kepada jumlah yang kita terima. Itu adalah satu perkara yang sangat membahayakan walaupun kita mendapat manfaat yang banyak daripada fintech. Alright? So we have a lot of benefits that you can get from financial technologies and also the use of technologies in managing your financials. For example, you have the robust strategic processes. You will have advice on major investments. Jadi kalau mau buat investasi ya, big companies normally they are going to look forward where you want to put your money so that money can grow. Makanya perlu ada maklumat ataupun knowledge about things that you need to have. And we use a lot of analytics nowadays. So you need to benefit all transactions by having this data analytics populated and used in the correct way. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is the way that you can make certain decisions when it comes to use some financial information. So we can use to decide on our resources. Our resources will comprise of money, people. So if you want to make a decision, you can decide where you want the money to be channeled or spent on. Jadi kalau kita menggunakan teknologi ya, contohnya sistem, kebanyakan company-nya menggunakan application seperti SAP, menggunakan QuickBooks, menggunakan Xero dan sebagainya. Makanya kita boleh monitor keuangan kita dengan lebih bagus. Alright, how much money we spend, why we spend mainly on this particular transaction, kenapa banyak yang investasi, mengapa tidak kepada yang lain. Maka kita bisa untuk mendapat maklumat dengan lebih jelas. Seterusnya. So decision making is a key to superior organizational performance ya. Makanya kita menggunakan kebolehan teknologi ini untuk buat kita lebih inform, lebih yakin what would be the best decisions that we're going to have. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are some strategic questions that you may want to ask. Which part of the business are creating value using the technology? What are the real drivers of our performance? We need to be clear. What will drive our performance to be better? And which customers and products are profitable? Then you need to make up yourself, because a lot of companies, they want to retain customers so that customers are not going to shift to other products, other companies. So they're going to have like loyalty program, using the technology now, have the digital e-card and so on, right? And also how to perform relative to competitors to perform better, and which customers are delivering the bulk of our profits, and also what is driving cash generation. Next, please. So these are among the strategic questions that we need to look for an answer. So here will be what decision makers normally look for when they use certain technologies. They look for information to assess risk and uncertainty. They look for better market analysis. They compare among competitors in their business field. Which one can they gain in terms of profits? Which target markets that they're going to focus more, and so on and so forth. So these are all the things that might impact the way that we see technology in the financial management. Okay, here is the analytical role of finance professionals. So what would be the analytical role played by finance professionals? So we know that they are transforming to add value to organizations and become the business partners a new set of skills and competitiveness competencies will be required. It is essential to require the following. For example, if you work as a finance professionals, what you need to get or equip yourself with will be the first one, excellent analytical skill.
Tahunya dan berarti harus mantang
You need to be able to use the data and make informed decisions. Where does the data come from? The data come from the technological applications, right? Like fintech, we have blockchain, we have a lot of machine learning, robotic process automation. These are all the fintech that will inform in terms of how you are going to make analytical skills, to the maximum level. And then we use multidisciplinary team approach to inform key decision making, as well as the ability to integrate inputs from diverse non-financial resources. And also have strong commercial acumen characterized by strong product process and market knowledge. Next slide, please. So here we are talking about the role of finance professionals in terms of using the data to make more analytical skills by comparing data, by making data to be significant. So here you see that the concept of business analytics, that we get all the data, financial data, non-financial data, to be ready. And then they are going to be processed by the system, technology, and they are going to be termed as information. So data itself is not really useful. But if you combine the data, you turn the data into information, then information can tell you something. Right? For example, if I have a lot of data about you, I have Dewi, I have Ratna, I have Chris Dayanti, I have Agnes Monica, semuanya penyanyi-penyanyi mungkin ada di sini ya. Jadi data-data ini secara isolation enggak begitu bermakna kepada saya. It's not really meaningful. But if I combine them together, I can make an information to be useful for people that these are all the aging famous singers in the previous era. That maybe they are quite different from the new generation of singers. So I can make some narrative out of the data that if they stand on their own, it's not going to be so useful. But if I combine, I make them to be categorized in certain group, then I can term them, label them as something that might give some insights to people. The same goes to the finance information. So you can do the same by looking at the data, combine them, processed by the system, they become useful information. Now, useful information can become knowledge if you gain something in your head. You can interpret, you can digest what is being populated as information, and based on the knowledge, you can achieve the wisdom. Wisdom ini adalah kebijakan. I mean, the intelligence that you can use, the knowledge, the information, the data that you have gone through certain phases and make you to be a wise person. So when you make decision, you're going to have certain wisdom in order to make the right decision for your company. So kalau mau investasi, bukan karena hanya ada uang Kak, saya investasi. Makanya saya harus pikir tentang perkara-perkara lain yang menjadi sangat penting untuk menjadikan investasi saya itu pulangannya lumayan. Kalau enggak lumayan, mengapa harus saya investasi? Jadi ini adalah role yang dimainkan oleh teknologi untuk membantu kita membuat keputusan yang benar. Next slide, please. All right, so we have different levels of human learning tools and techniques, and also systems, processes, and also seterusnya. Next slide. Okay, if you look at the two tiers of this,
suaranya anjing.
that we have knowledge and information that can be termed as application of analytical tools and techniques. Only knowledge and information will be useful for you to do the analysis, right? Analytics will not be so useful if you look at the data or if you look at the wisdom, because wisdom is only in the head of the people. You cannot dissect it to be like something that is outside of people's mind. But you can use the knowledge and also information to make certain analytics to be very useful. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. Waktu sudah habis. All right. So to conclude, I think what I want to tell you is that we have quite a number of financial technologies that really help companies to grow. And the fintech is actually making the transaction to be much faster, can keep the information, based on the data that you have generated to make good, formulation of strategies, what you want to apply in your business so that financial management is going to be well managed. Thank you very much. Over to you, Ms. Moderator.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Zubir. Now we are going to move. Let's go to the last speaker for our seminar today, Bapak Jeffry Merril Liando in the Zoom. Do we have him now?
Hello.
Hello, Pak Jeffrey.
Okay, may I start now?
Okay.
All right, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, your voice is clear now.
All right.
Time
Assalamualaikum
is yours.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera buat kita semua. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jeffry Merril Liando, and I'm pleased to welcome you all here today to follow my presentation. As an alumni, I would like to express my respect and honor to the Senate and the management of Trilogi University, also Pak Prof. Dr. Pramono Hari Adi, and particularly my lovely adik-adik mahasiswa organizers of this seminar and those attending this seminar. I'm excited to present to you on the IT competency in the financial system and technology marketplace. We'll be discussing more like the global skills and competency framework for the digital world. I'll keep these things easy to understand and informative, and so I can give you some ideas and inspiration. So let me share my screen. All right. So okay, over the next 40 minutes, I'm gonna set up my timer. Over the next 40 minutes, we are going to discuss the following agenda. I encourage you to ask questions at the end, and I hope you find the engaging. So basically, I'm gonna start with the IT and jobs, and then I'll move to IT skills framework, IT skills attributes, know your corporate systems. So basically, if the financial technology is more like startup, but in this case, I'm gonna have a context of corporate where you're using the financial systems, but so some fintech company actually just or actually a corporate companies. And then I'll move to the to know your corporate systems department or division, and then I move to the applications and tools, also some products from the vendors, and then this is important, the accounting and finance view, and then I'll move to the what I'm going to explain more is about the system architecture for the decision support, and then in the end I'm gonna give you options or choice for your career, whether you're going to to be an end user, corporate, or consulting. And I will end my presentation with a demo with using a free tool called Facebook Prophet and how to predict the future. Now, began the finance, IT and finance job with my own background. So you can get some ideas what the IT competencies. All right. So actually, I got my Sarjana Economy from STEKPI, now Trilogi, and I got my Master of Applied Finance in Wellington, New Zealand. And then I work in the boutique financial advisor and investment and in Wellington, Lifeford Asset Management. And after that, we have the global financial crisis. I'm thinking moving side to sorry, is yeah. And then I worked for the New Zealand Post Group, Kiwi Bank in Wellington, New Zealand, as a business analyst. That's my gateway to go to the IT. And then I moved to consulting, CDP New Zealand, and then I moved to CubeWise Australia. And now currently I work in islac.com.au. So you can Google it and then see what's actually the business of my company. Disclaimers. I don't want to actually. I don't hold any formal degree in IT or computer science. Yeah, and only got this from my experience and Google. And I do not intend to market any products or vendors in this presentation. I do not express any views of my companies or my client. So this is for expertise and knowledge sharing and inspiration. Is not for commercial. All right. Now, let me explain to you about the IT and finance job. Before I have asked the organizer to give me a census, the status of the student coming to this seminar, and I got around only 30% is accounting students, about 50% management, and then guess it's only less 1% is the IT student. So, but I think you think that I don't want to work in finance or IT. I just want to be a businessman or entrepreneur. Well, I can say every job is a business, right? For someone or in a company, you're still doing your own business, right? In a company is the more common and generally accepted. All right. So yeah, you don't have to be a businessman to do the business. You can work for anyone, any job is a business, right? So to master that, what I've done today, it comes to some trainings and certification for upskillings, right? Because the IT industry is so always progressing technology, new innovations, upgrades version, and new vulnerabilities for the security. So yeah, every day they try to use, and then there is a lot of security patching. It's done by Microsoft or anyone every day. So we have new system improvements. So that's why you need to upgrade your skill all the time, right? So that's another things of the IT. IT job is getting more strategic. All right. So in the company, they can get rid of CFO, but keep the CTO, and the company can still grow. You know what I mean? Because the finance job used to be more strategic job, and then the CFO sometimes to be second in charge after CEO. But if you see now, many companies is actually CTO, they become second in charge. All right, so this is more like CFO not doing manual reporting anymore. They just trying to. I think CFO is more like marketing for the capital. You know, try to get the network relationship to just to get money into the capital structure of the company. Now I'm gonna move to. Oh yes, this is my certification with IBM. So like I said, I don't have a IT or computer science degree. To survive in the industry, I need to upskill my, to do some course. And then you see that the IBM certification I got in 2015, but then 5 years later, I need to again to have that, because in 5 years, a lot of changes in the IT or in the system or in any tool or application. And then there is this is also important. So you don't just increase your technical skills, but also the non-technical skills, because that's important. So that's why I got the professional consulting skills to learn about it. And then this presentation about the IT skill framework, that I got that from that course. So IT skills framework, SFIA teams. So I got it from the SFIA, is stand for Skills Framework for the Information Age. This is like actually covering the global skills and competency framework for the digital world or the digital era. And then this is actually a foundation, like Yayasan. It's a global non-profit organization which oversees the production and the use of skills framework for the information age. So basically, it's a direct people from IT or non-IT to know what's happening in the IT marketplace. This is actually giving a framework in the SFIA ecosystem. It encourages and supports the use of the framework for individuals and organizations wishing to enhance their digital information. So basically, individuals and organizations. So that's why if you see IT people, they can move to any organization they want, right? Because they are demanded. So the most important thing is yourself, yeah, to increase. About the company is gonna flow. It's going to flow to you, you know. So if you see this, there is a lot of categories of IT job, and from the SFIA teams, I can say security, data analytics, computational science, people and skills. People skills important because sometimes you need to deal with the very general. So get with you, you know, because you're already disturbed him or her, right? And then also most of IT leaks case is coming from disgruntled employees rather than the real hackers. So that's people skills is very important in the organization. So of course, blockchain has been explained before. DevSecOps also important because the vulnerabilities of the system in the world, like I said, every day there's people trying to hack something, then that's why the system need to be adjusted. Okay, so I'm gonna move to another, my next screen. The SFIA become a common language for the skills and competency. So what we see here in the SFIA, if you go to the SFIA website, you will see a common language of IT skill that you can put as your guidance. If I share probably this one, you see that skills at the glance. If you go to the website, you see a lot of categories, subcategory, and the skills needed and the level, right? So if you go to this website, it's clearly bring you to guide you to the skills in the IT industry, right? I'll continue with the next slide. So you believe that IT is the most in-demand occupation nowadays, yeah? Now it's more like a summary chart. So in the website, you can pick up one page of summary chart. So you see which one you're gonna look at. But I wanna highlight this. There's two categories: strategy and development and implementation. Okay. Point you can see So strategy and architecture. If you see here, there is a financial management included. So basically, you need to have a investment advisor, everything. Right? So also, so it's more like a strategic skill. But then, like I said, you need to have a technical skill as well. So if you see the popular, like in the previous explained about the data and analytics and how you use the data information for knowledge and also wisdom. And here you can see there's a lot of things that you need to combine. Yeah, by looking at this, by experience, you will have this. Either you get it from the course or you get it from the daily business as usual or BAU experience. All right, so I'm going to move to a bit like generic attributes of the IT skills and competency. So you see there's a level 1, 2, 3 until 7, right? So I'm going to start with the level 1 first. You know, in the IT, it start with follow. I mean with follow. It's, you know, when you work as IT support, you basically take note or use a guide. For example, you yourself, you're gonna follow everything by what you're reading, and then you do the things to your computer. You know, so you just follow once already provide for you the user guide, right? And then also for the technical, like develop when they start, they uh, no, if you want to enable things, you need to understand a business, the business itself, right? You, if you say that you want to know the what is the prediction of sales in the future or for our product, you don't go to HR system. You, of course, you go to marketing team or the BDC, or business development team, to check what is your estimation of the sales that we're gonna have for the next 5 weeks or for the next 3 months. And then next level is the ensure advice. This one is it means that you have more responsibility based on your experience, based on your previous problems, right? Then you can actually give advice, right? And you can give if somebody comes to you and they trust you, and then that's the thing that I think you should do this. You should this because of this recommendation. So you basically give someone recommendation, right? That's a skill level 5, and then we move to skill level 6. This is usually probably in a higher level, managerial level, or even you're not managerial, even you're specialist. If you can influence people in the organization to do this, like, I think you need to do this because I've been looking at the issue yesterday, and then I think in the future we have to do. So you have to influence them, right? With any evidence that you have, right? So you can influence the policies as well, the policy maker, the decision support maker, and then now you're more highly complex and strategic work in this case lead. So you need to lead the technical business change in the future, right? For it's happen at the COVID time, like some leaders is actually they just do we use Zoom or whatever. So because and then somebody need to initiate to use that technology. And then the highest level is the set strategy, inspire. This one is when you want to see the future. In this top level is more like you lead, and then you have a roadmap. What's gonna happen with you? Even yourself, you need to know what's gonna happen with me in this company in the next 5 years, or am I moving to another company or something like that? Apart from the pay scale, yeah. Sometimes people move companies because of the pay scale, but there's another wisdom behind that. Okay. So for the generic attributes, I'm gonna start with the knowledge one. You know, in the IT, you have to know something to do something. You cannot just do things without knowing things. That's dangerous, right? That's dangerous. If you apa sotoy ya, orang bilang sotoy, that's so dangerous. Yeah, to do that in the IT environment, often in the corporate. So you can use assumption, but don't base your assumption to your next action. And then you need to have a business skills and behavior. Like I said before, you need to know what marketing doing, what the HR team doing, what is the operational doing, what is the logistic doing. So you have to know all the things and the complexity as well. So you need you understand it's complex. You try to connect the dots, but then you need to harness the complexity, correct? And then again, influence. The next step, influence is very important. You can influence with your data. Yeah, you can influence with your report, your presentation. Like my presentation now is part of my my effort to influence you. You know, as a student, then the decision is yours. Autonomy. So you have to have ownership. Like me, if the database failed, tomorrow is my responsibility because that's under my care. So you have to have the accountability. If something happened, don't avoid it. Try to face it. Yeah, because you face it, you need to think, and then that's the process of debugging or something. That the more you debug, is good. More experience. First, probably you face the issue. You need to think 2 days to solve it, and then when you get used to it, probably 1 day, and then suddenly half day you can or half an hour, and you can get the solution. I have already explained this. Now I'm gonna move. This is more like interesting, yeah. So this is the organization. This is the corporate kind of a normal company structure. We have a financial, accounting, planning and strategy, marketing, human resource, operation, production, and fixed asset. So this is like a system in the company, right? And then that's always deal with what's happening in the company day to day, or even the prospect to the future, right? So I'm gonna move this one to the next one. Now you will see clearly what is the tool used behind this divisions or department. So financial accounting, there's a lot of ERP tools, yeah. Like before, the speaker mentioned about SAP. Actually, there's a Microsoft Dynamics 360, NetSuite, Sun System. There's a lot of ERP in the marketplace, right? And then everybody have the skill, at least as a end user skill or power user skill. And then also planning and reporting and strategy. We have TM1 or planning analytics, Anaplan, JDocs, Power BI, and Tableau. For the marketing, CRM, customer relationship management, what's the popular now is Salesforce. You still have Dynamics, even NetSuite, actually a vendor that can also have this product. For human resources, information system, you use SAP or Workday. For the operation, RMS, retail system, tailored. This is operation and production is more like tailored, yeah, because different business have different operation. So it's more like a tailored application. Fixed asset register for for company that have a lot of fixed asset or like manufacturing or even software now become asset, then you need to have some system or tool or application. All right, so now I move. This is probably more interesting because I see there is a lot of management and finance students here. Sorry?
5 more minutes.
Oh, 5 more minutes. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Right. So here, I just want to finish this quickly. Financial accounting. Here, you're gonna start with revenue. Your revenue is gonna hit. It's coming from the CRM. Your revenue probably gonna hit account receivable and go to your balance sheet, right? And then and everything is good to finally to cash flow. So all the system here can be unified in the financial reporting, you know. And then the most important thing, you're gonna do the scenario predictive analytics. So I'm gonna skip. Okay, this is the system architecture for decision support. So this is start with the source data, the system, like I said before, the ERP, and then the data. This is the data flow to the ODBC. This is the database, right? Online database connection of files, and then come to the server of the tools, and then go to the modeling, financial modeling, and then come to any user interface, mainly Excel or web, and then it comes to the output is your financial reporting, tax reporting, or management reporting, or other, right? All right, now this is the 2 questions for you, for your future, right? Are you going to work in a corporate organization, or you want to start with the consulting for the big 5 consulting firm? But I think both is having a good thing, but for consulting part is more like you have more experience with multiple clients. Sometimes when at the time of my consulting days, I can have 3 clients in one day. I can go to Sydney on Monday, back to Melbourne on Friday night, or go to Brisbane on Monday. Right? So basically, it's more exciting, and then you deal with many people there. So and I think you can start this one. Or if you're happy to work in the organization, corporate, you can always do that, right? So I don't think I have time for the demo, but I just quickly, this is the Python, right? That's a Facebook profit. Probably you can browse yourself for this one. Yeah, this is actually predicted to the future. It's a procedure. And then, yeah, this is like the wisdom I have from my experience. So persistence and perseverance. So in your daily life, you have problem, face it, keep debugging, finding solution. Like even you have to stay awake or 2 days, because in the future, probably you just need 1 day, like, or probably half an hour, because you know how to fix it. And then freedom under the law. This is from Manny Perez. So you have to have a balance of freedom and control in the database analytics. And if you have too many constraints or complexity, you need to harness the complexity. Keep it everything simple. And then not abusing your freedom by hacking, or data theft. That's totally wrong. All right. So I think I'm gonna stop this presentation, and then I try to log into 1 second.
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Jeffrey, for the presentation. Would you please give applause to Pak Jeffrey once again?
Yeah, can I just show something here? So this is the quickly. This is the Jupyter. If you wanna play with Python for your thesis, yeah, or sorry, your scriptsy, you can. This is very recommended. You go to Facebook Prophet, and then install Python, Anaconda, and everything, and then and then you run the Facebook, and then you will see this with Python programming language. This is easy, and then you can actually derive the prediction for yourself. All right, and then I believe you're gonna get A for this for your um, scriptsy. I think that's it. So yeah, go to Facebook Prophet and then install Jupyter and Pythons. I think that's all. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, Pak Jeffrey. Thank you. Now we have done the material from all the speakers. We're moving to the question and answer sessions. How many questions do we have? 3? 3 or 5? 4. 4. Okay, 4 questions. Please raise your hands. Silakan dipilih. Boleh dibantu. Tadi yang duluan, the first one. Yang ini dulu.
Okay, thank you for the opportunities to ask question today. My name is Dias. I'm from accounting majority. So my question is about the financial technology. As we heard before, Honorable Dr. Nik talked about the crowdfunding. We had a lot of benefit for entrepreneur micro, but also this market is now quite competitive. So how the best way to make investor looking our offering and we can face this competitive. And also I have the one question about crowdfunding has been abused by some people, and sometimes crowdfundings it turns into knife founders into the victims. Thank you.
Oke, dijawab dulu mungkin ya. Oke, dijawab dulu ya langsung. How is the best way to know we can meet the best investor in crowdfunding? Yes. Tadi ada 2 ya pertanyaannya. Oke, yang pertama dulu ya.
Oke, yang pertama dulu ya. Tadi soalnya tidak jelas lagi. Alright, how to find the best investor for crowdfunding? Alright, for crowdfunding, there is a specific platform where you can find the investors. I don't remember what's the names of the platform, but there is a platform that you can find the investors, and you can see, you can, what we call that, you can screen the profiles of the investors. So that you can find the best investor to invest in the crowdfunding. Right.
And then the second one?
Question?
Pertanyaan keduanya?
How your perspective about crowdfund has been abused by some people, sometimes make knife founders into victims. Thank you.
Yeah, that's because we are using technology, we cannot avoid it. Even we are not using it, the technology as well. The same thing will happen, but it depends on our like you said earlier, the profiles of the investors is really important. When we want to invest in the crowdfunding, it's really need for us to take a look on the project proposal first. Okay, in the system itself, they will require us to submit the project proposal so that both investors and also the donors can take a look on that first, screening it, what are the intentions of this project, what's for of this thing, and so on and so forth. So we really need to taking care of this. And for the crowdfunding, I understand the issue, but for now there is no solid solution for that. It's always happening. Scammers always take advantage of this advanced technology. So be careful if you want to invest in these kinds of things. A request for the project proposal first in the system. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the question and thank you so much for the answer, Dr. Nik. And then we move to the second question. Oke, yang ini boleh. Please tell us your name.
Okay, good morning from Jakarta. My name is Muhammad Arif from the Development Economics Study Program. And here I would like to ask Dr. I have studied microfinance and fintech course, and I have learned about fintech business model in the microfinance sector. Areas said that financial transformation of finance is essentially driven by pressures on reforming financial management, coming from two directions. First, change in the external environment, such as technological advancements, new competitive regulatory environment, shareholder demands. Two, demands from managers within the business for better information and support to cope with the challenge of a more competitive market and changing customer needs. I have two questions. First, how can artificial intelligence be used to improve efficiency and accuracy in the sector? Two, what are the biggest challenges in integrating fintech with existing microfinance system?
Boleh pertanyaannya diulang lagi pelan-pelan? Agak kurang terdengar soalnya kalau di depan.
First, how can artificial intelligence about AI be used to improve efficiency and accuracy in credit scoring in the microfinance sector? And two, what are the biggest challenges in integrating fintech with existing microfinance system?
Okay, thank you very much. If I can reiterate your question, Muhammad Arif, uh, how can AI be useful in microfinance sector? Okay, how can AI be used in microfinance sector? So far we see that artificial intelligence is very widely used for big corporations, big multinational companies, yeah? Very seldom that we see small companies, medium companies use AI because of their nature of business and also the scale of business, not really encouraging them to go for that AI. But nevertheless, we see that number of even for the small scale, intermediate scale. So the reason why they use AI is mainly because they want to automate certain things that keep on repeating again and again. So that is the reason why you use AI, and also you want to perform certain analysis, evaluation, whether or not this area is risky, that area can generate more profits, and so on and so forth. But when we go to the microfinance, we need to understand that microfinance is very um, specific to getting the loans or funding from the government, because we have two types of funds available to microfinance operators. You can get the support from the companies, from the banks, and also you can get the support from the government, but definitely you have to pay back all these things. So when you mention about how AI is being used in microfinancing sector, so I can see that the bankers, the government agencies might be, using this AI for monitoring purposes in terms of how you pay back all the loans given to the operators. So that can be something that, they can monitor the payment, because there will be like a group of people working in one batch. If one is defaulting the payment, then the others will have to cover up. So that is how microfinance works. So that can give some incentive for the banks and also for the government to use AI in order to monitor how the payment is going to happen. But if you're asking me what would be the perspective from the operators, the microfinance operators, I don't think that they ever know about the AI, and they ever going to use this AI technology to the extent that, will benefit them, because they are just simple business owners trying to make their own life better. So that would be my answer for your first question. The second question, what is it? Yeah, second one.
Second, what are the biggest challenges in integrating fintech with existing microfinance system?
What are the biggest challenges? The biggest challenges to use the fintech in microfinance is that many of these people, they don't use technology that much, but I would say that it is coming up because a lot of microfinance operators, when they receive payment, they are using technology nowadays, but only to that payment side. For example, queries, if you want to make payment to certain transaction, I can relate with what Bu Dr. Rizka is doing, yeah, queries. So QRIS is allowing you to make payments to the microfinance operators. I think that will be the main thing in terms of payment. But the rest of it, I think it is something that we have to work out in order to help microfinance operators to start using more technology. Although, you know, we have seen that it is quite restricted because of the level of understanding of digital technology is quite limited, I would say. But I think education, like penghambaan masyarakat ya, kalau di pengabdian masyarakat kalau di Indonesia ini ada kursus-kursus ya ataupun courses, workshops yang kita bikin untuk memberi penjelasan bagaimana menggunakan certain sistem teknologi ataupun pemahaman ya tentang AI that can help really. So that will be my answer to your question, Muhammad. Thank you.
Thank you, Muhammad Arif. We have the question from Zoom meeting. Ada pertanyaan juga. Orangnya mau baca atau saya yang bacakan saja? Oh, oke. Okay, the question is from Imam, Universitas Trilogi. I would like to ask Dr. Nik or Prof. Okay, or Prof. Abdul. In some business, boleh? Okay. In some business, fintech is supporting business processes. Currently, the development of the use of blockchain technology is less attractive due to a sluggish curve, especially on the investment side. Is the future not always in line with development with fintech? Is traditional still worth considering? Okay. Dr. Nik, would you like to answer first, maybe?
All right. The question is about the use of blockchain technology. Is that relevant because of this curve? All right. Considering the future, it's about to be technology. Everyone is going to technology. We cannot say that because of few in addition
managing this kind of technology, we are not using it. All right. Actually, there's a lot of things that we need to consider, especially on the blockchains. Yes, we admit that blockchains have a lot of deficiency, especially in terms of electricity use and so on and so forth. But then, if visit in Malaysia, we are improvise it by having a policy. Okay, by having a policy regarding on how we want to make it investment. We are not just stopped by having that problem. We just stop investing in it. No. All right. In terms of education as well. Nowadays, students are no longer love to come to class because the lecturers they using the traditional ways of teaching. They are towards online. They are favor in online, so on and so forth. So I think that it's worth to considering blockchains as an investment platform for now and for future as well, because our technology is keep on improving. All right, and I believe that the government will come out with the better policy for future in order to secure both investors and also the donators. That's answer from me.
Okay, maybe Prof. Abdul, would you like to add?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, talking about blockchain and fintech and inscription. Okay, it's fascinating, yeah, to see how technology moves, evolve. Yeah, and if you look at the question, yeah, you said that is the future not always in line with the development with fintech traditional worth considering? Well, let's take a look at this one of the richest men in the world, this Warren Buffett. Okay, so Warren Buffett, age I think 90s now, 90s. He has gone through, best experience in investment. Okay, from Benjamin Graham until today, I think, of course, we talk about Bitcoins. Okay, and at one point, Warren Buffett said that Bitcoins or this fintech is hollow. Okay, it has no substance, it has no intrinsic value. Until today, that Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, is actually investing in Bitcoin. So what do you think of that? So one person at one time, they did not believe in this fintech, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and today the same company is investing heavily in fintech. So that shows this technology, the fintech, blockchain, and everything related to innovative technology will be relevant in the next 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years from now. So that's my comment. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Prof,
Yeah.
for the answers. Now, the last question, the fourth one from Zoom. Okay. The last question from Zoom also. It's from Ibu Frenzy. Ibu Frenzy is one of the lecturer in Universitas Trilogi. I would like to read the question. Indonesia is currently a victim of many fintech companies, especially online lending companies and online gambling. I would like to ask our advice to all panelists as a student, what can I do to improve this situation? Okay, how can we do to improve this kind of situation from the victim of the fintech companies? Who wants to answer first? Maybe from Bapak Jeffrey. Pak Jeffrey, would you like to give opinion about this question?
I think we don't improve this situation. We try to avoid this situation. We reduce. So this is like I said, it's a government, I think, can take into account, like the Cominfo, or because there's a system in the network VPN that can be controlled by authority. So basically, with this, and then we, in this case, we need to push the regulation in Indonesia. So there's nothing else. Any vulnerabilities or any people in the world, globalized system can be penetrate to anywhere, but still there's some authorities that can hold that. So like IP address or whatever. I think that's what I understand, because you can avoid any this like innovation in technology, especially online gambling. That's a really a big problem. And then people who's doing it is actually to do it for get some brokerage fee. I can say brokerage fee because that's what they do actually. All right, that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you, Pak Jeffrey. What about Prof. Abdul Razak? Would you like to add?
Yeah, I think it's a very relevant question. Yeah, when it comes to this pressing issues, about phony companies, and of course in Malaysia we're having the same problem as well. All the scam companies, scam products, and here again, government enforcement, they have to be one step ahead of this culprit. Okay, so they have to deal with the apex culprit in this fintech fiasco, and of course today, like what my colleague said just now, yeah, we have technological breakthrough, yeah, in our big data technology, even our blockchain itself. Okay, so in one way or another, government must use blockchain. Okay, government enforcement have to use this platform, this technology, yeah, to curb, yeah, these illicit activities. Okay, so I think in Malaysia, of course, our central bank, yeah, Bank Negara Malaysia, so they have tools, yeah, they have their eyes everywhere to watch all these illicit activity that involve money transfer and whatnot. Okay, and of course today we have AMLA, Anti-Money Laundering Act. Okay, and even now our police force, yeah, our police force is very vigilant. Okay, now they have adopted a new technology, yeah, in surveillance. Okay, and I think it's all about monitoring, governance. Okay, and of course our enforcement have to be one way or another, whether they like it or not, they have to be one step ahead, okay, of the criminals in order to prevent this undesirable economic loss to the society. Yeah, so that's my comment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof, for the response. Would you like to add, Dr. Nik?
Yeah, the questions is about situations of a student, right? As a student, what can you do to improve the situation? All right. First, you need to know what are the companies available in Indonesia. After you know that, study their background. Second, study their background based on their annual report. Okay, annual report will reveal everything. Okay, after that, do research. Okay, do research and convert it into article so that everyone in the world know about that kinds of company, so others will not involve with that companies. All right, so that is initiative that you can do as a student, because you are still student, you cannot guide through towards the policy yet. Okay, but if you are having these kinds of article, reputable article, the BE might be take a look on the article and aware regarding this matter. All right, so that is effort that you can do as a student. You.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nik. Last one, Dr.
Okay, thank you very much to Francie Iriani for asking this question. I think if I can bring the perspective of, you know, a student like you, maybe something that you might want to learn what is the current development in the area of fintech. You know, what would be the issues currently faced by not only, I think, Indonesia, but many other countries are facing the same problems because the online leading lending companies, you know, can be from anywhere in the world. So you can be trapped in this particular scam, and also it becomes a problem for you to get rid of it. And also gambling is something that you are not clear. So I would like to bring the perspective of, I think, Islam. So getting the lending not from the right source and also gambling are two prohibited acts. So I think if you can avoid from having all yourselves, you know, engage in this kind of activities, by all means, try to avoid. But I believe that this has to come from the direction of each country. So if Indonesia thinks that gambling is not good for the people, then there should be like restrictions, even more how you can protect people from getting involved in this kind of scam. So I think policy plays a very big role, like Prof already mentioned earlier, that you need to have good enforcement in the country within which you're going to be impacted badly. So that's my response. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Dr. Zubir's response marks the end of the question and answer sessions. Would you please give applause for all of us? Okay, if I can sum up the session for today, so government plays the main role in navigating all the fintech companies in Indonesia, of course, but we as a student also playing an important role also, because we are going hand in hand with the technology. Maybe we can search about the background, about the annual report and something like that, so we can decide whether the company is good or not, like that. Okay. So before we end our session, this seminar for today, I would like to give back the moment to the MC, please.
Okay. Okay, thank you to Miss Fathia for being our moderator today. Before we end today's event, we will present certificate to the speaker, which will be submitted by Ibu Dr. Ati Herawati serta Ibu Dr. Anis Lestiati. Untuk Ibu Ati dan Ibu Dr. Anis, dipersilakan untuk menaiki panggung.
Wih, keren banget, iya videonya.
Mohon maaf untuk narasumber yang berada di Zoom Cloud Meetings, harap menyalakan kameranya.
To Professor Abdul Razak and Pak Jeffrey, we'd like to pass our appreciation to your participation on today's seminar. Thank you very much. Please come back again. Come back and visit to Universitas Trilogi. Thank you very much.
Most welcome, Bu.
Thank you, Bu. I will visit Trilogi.
Satu, dua, tiga.
kalau mereka satu lagi, kalau mereka melegalkan percepatan kapal, ini nggak usah ada manifest dari gitu. Nggak ada.
Screenshot.
Okay, thank you for our moderators and our speakers for today. We remind all participants, please don't forget to fill attendance link on the screen and in the Zoom chat to get the certificate. The certificate will be sent by the committee within 7 days after today's event and on your email inbox. Now, we are at the end of the event. We hope that all the materials from today's speakers will be useful for everyone. I would like to thank Professor Dr. Pramono Haryadi, Dr. Anis Lastiati, Dr. Ati Herawati, Dr. Dina Nurul Fitria, and also representative of the sponsor. And I would like to thank our speakers for today, Dr. Nik Haidyan Nik Azman, Professor Dr. Abdul Razak Abdul Hadi, Dr. Zubir Azhar, and Mr. Jeffry Merril Liando. And also our moderator for today, Ms. Fathia Anggriani Pradina, and to all participants that we cannot mention one by one. And also thank you to the STEKPI Trilogi Alumni Association. And that brings us to the end of the event. See you at the next international seminar. Thanks for your attention and your participation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.